Imagine standing in a field, your hands gripped tight around a wooden plow, the dust of the earth filling your lungs. You have a comfortable life, a family business, and a predictable future. Then, a shadow falls over you. A man, a legend, walks past and throws his mantle over your shoulders. He doesn't say a word. He just keeps walking. In that heartbeat, your entire world vanishes. You are Elisha, and you have just been drafted into a war for the soul of a nation. But here is the question that echoed through the canyons of Jordan that day. Are you willing to burn your past to ignite your future? Elisha didn't just follow Elijah, he pursued him. When the time came for the elder prophet to depart, Elisha didn't ask for wealth or comfort. He asked for a double portion of Elijah's spirit. This was about the desperate realization that the task ahead was too great for human strength. As Elijah was swept into the heavens in a whirlwind of fire, the mantle fell. Elisha picked it up and struck the Jordan River. The waters parted. The transition was complete. Elisha's life became a symphony of God's care for the small. He purified poisoned water for a city in need. He multiplied a widow's oil so she could pay her debts and keep her sons. He raised a child from the dead, breathing life back into a cold body. But one of Elisha's greatest virtue was his spiritual sight. When an entire Syrian army surrounded his home to capture him, his servant panicked. Elisha simply prayed, "Lord, open his eyes." Suddenly the hills were revealed to be covered in horses and chariots of fire. Elisha knew what we often forget. The forces of God that are for us are always greater than the forces of the world against us. Every miracle Elisha performed was a whisper of a greater king to come. When Elisha fed 100 men with just a few loaves of bread, he was pointing to Jesus, the bread of life, who would feed thousands on a hillside. When Elisha healed Naaman the Syrian of leprosy, he was showing us that God's grace is not just for one nation, but for every weary soul willing to humble themselves and wash in the river of his mercy. Elisha was a bridge. He carried the mantle of a prophet, but his life pointed to the mantle of the Savior. He showed us that God is not a distant judge, but a present help. A God who cares about empty jars, grieving mothers, and leprous skin. The story of Elisha ends with a strange, beautiful postscript. Long after he died, a dead man's body was thrown into Elisha's tomb. The moment the body touched Elisha's bones, the man sprang back to life. Even in death, Elisha's life bore witness to the power of God. Today, that same mantle is being offered to you, not to be a prophet of old, but to be a follower of the living Christ. Elisha's life teaches us that true leadership is service, and true power is found in total surrender. He burned his plows to follow his calling. What plows are you holding on to today? What is keeping you from the double portion of a life lived for Jesus? The chariots of fire are still on the hills. The Spirit is still moving. The mantle has fallen. Pick it up. Turn your life over to Jesus today, and watch the waters part.